back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. These are people's names. They're also the names of awards you can get in Hollywood. And if you score all four, well, my friend, that's called an EGOT.
There are 15 EGOTers on record, but we found 4 more who you might not know. These people excelled in television, film, Broadway, and music. And they're coming here today to talk to you about how they did it and show you whether you can too or not. Let's listen in.
This is incredible.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
Wonderful to be here. I love recording in this studio. Have you guys been here before?
I've never fucking been here. No, not in my fucking life.
I
love
wouldn't
it.
know. Sometimes I see it on the call sheet where I have to go, and my wife will go, "You've been there before."
Your wife knows all your shoot locations.
Yeah.
No, I have not been here before.
Oh,
Sorry
you got a
about
voice
that.
on you.
Okay.
I'm a
all
little
right.
starstruck.
Sorry about that. Yeah, guys. Hey, what's up?
There's that famous song. Yeah.
I mean, we're 4 people that did something very few other people have fucking done. So
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking amazing to be together.
it is amazing, and it also, I don't know if you guys feel this way, it is like, I don't feel the need to prove myself at all anymore because we've, by all recorded metrics, we have won.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't really say Hollywood is filled with winners, but we are the winners of
Yeah,
Hollywood.
we
If there was a
absolutely did.
competition, we won it. We won them all.
We're the best of the best. We deserve a place to sit at every restaurant. That's
But
all.
we're humble,
Oh,
we're
God.
humble, we're humble. I
humble
want to
for
I
sure,
want to
like-
keep it humble always.
Of course, of course.
Well, do we want to go in and introduce ourselves or what?
I would love for everyone to say their name and then also what they won in every category.
Totally easy
Yes,
to do.
yes, easy
Yeah.
to do.
I know you probably get asked that every day, but I'd love to just hear it.
Well, I'll go first, I guess, because I feel like I'm the youngest one here. What's up? My name is The Dustin, and I am a 24-year-old EGOT winner. You might know me mostly for my Grammys. We went triple platinum on my album. It's self-titled The Dustin, The Dustin. It's kind of like a pop ballad thing, and we kind of sweeped. It was awesome. And then because of that, I got a sweet guest star on the newest teen show called Bluesphoria, and I kind of sweep there too. Weird. Then I got my Oscar for my music well, it was actually Oscar Tony. They used one of my songs in a Disney movie, and that won me the Best Original Song Oscar and the Best Original Song a Tony. So yeah, I guess 24 hit it big. But we like to stay humble. Cha.
Incredible. I'm starstruck.
I feel like I'm looking at a fucking embryo. He's so young. I'm looking at a fucking embryo.
Hey,
He's
do
an
it so
embryo with a
fast.
leather jacket on. My
Embryo with a
God.
leather jacket and more hardware than a freaking Home Depot.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. That means a lot. Cha.
Jeez.
All right, well, hello, everyone. I'm Sarah McDonald, and I am an actress. I've been on stage and screen for many, many, many years at this point. It's funny to look back. It's been a long time. I've lived through many presidential administrations, and oh gosh, which one came first? I believe it was. Yes, it was the Tony that came first. I was the originator of the role of Starfish in The Little Undersea Wench on Broadway. And that was a big breakout role for really alto representation. There wasn't a lot of, back then, there wasn't a lot of songs for altos to sing in their college auditions and whatnot. So I believe I'm a pioneer in that way. And then there was the Oscar adaptation of that movie. And then following that, I got the Grammy for, it was the audio book retrospective of playing the Starfish in, and so.
That won a Grammy.
And it won a Grammy, yes, for Best Audio Book Recording. And, the Emmy was the hardest to get. I will say the Emmy was the hardest to get.
If you don't come from TV, it can be pretty tricky.
Right. Well,
Do you come from TV?
where do
No.
you come from?
No, I come from music.
You come straight from your mother's womb. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny.
You don't have to prove it. Like I said, you won. You've already won.
Well, when it's
okay?
here.
Don't try to sell the product after they already bought it. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
selling. This is just my personality.
Don't try to sell the product after
I
you're already
find that
nominated.
hard to believe. Look, and so I had to get the Emmy somehow, so I had to pull a lot of strings. Luckily, I was able to book a pilot called Tuesdays at the Apartment with Friends. And we really, really drove hard at that campaign to get me an Emmy for that. But
Based off the
eventually I
pilot.
did. Yes, so we only went for one episode, but we strong-armed the Emmy committee in such an aggressive way. But I had to get that fourth piece of hardware at that time, So luckily we did. But I think I deserved it. I think I had some funny lines in there. There was a wonderful scene where I came in wrapped in bubble wrap going, "Oh no," and then I toppled to the ground. That was the footage we sent to every Emmy Academy voter. Nice. Anyway, and here we are now.
Welcome.
Thank you so
What a
much.
fucking story. My name is Don Horgan. I am a costumer by trade, wardrobe. I do all that kind of shit. And I do a lot of fucking Boston shit. I grew up on the streets. I had a very interesting life. I did all sorts of stuff. At 19 years old, I was in the corner of a bathroom, strung out on heroin. I said, I don't think I'm going to make another day.
Strung out on what?
Heroin.
Oh, I thought you said
heron.
I was strung out on hair.
Yeah, like
the
bird.
fish? Oh.
Like a heron?
Or the fish.
I got a fucking accent. Sometimes I say heroin, okay? So don't fucking criticize me for it, okay?
Oh, awesome.
This is my life story. I'm not criticizing you, little fucking tyke.
What happened to me?
What?
All right, let's keep it
I
off.
was 19 years old, strung out on head, and I was down on the ground, and I almost fucking died. And then I woke up, and I said, I got to change my life around. So I got into a bunch of shit, it bounced around, figured it out, got into wardrobe because I realized there's a lot of fucking movies and shit where they're showing people from Boston, showing people from the neighborhood, and they're not dressing them like that. They're dressing them in fancy stuff. They're dressing them like there's something else. And it was really ridiculous. So I said, we got to dress them like they're normal people.
Yeah.
So I came in, I revolutionized it. I got my Oscar first. I got it for The Boys in the Neighborhood Are Wrong. I moved over. There was a Broadway version of it. Boys in the Neighborhood Are Wrong. Got the Tony. I got the Emmy because I worked on a show about, it's called Back Where I'm From. They Ain't No Friends Like This.
Wasn't that the one where the whole cast was in a Boston Red Sox hat?
Absolutely, a big hat. And I engineered the big hat.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
they
you were
all
the
sat in
costumer
it,
there.
yeah.
They all sat in a big hat like a big bowl.
But
You
upside
engineered it.
down.
Upside down.
You actually won the costuming award there, didn't you?
Oh, and for the Emmy, yeah. That was a costuming. Yeah, it was all for costuming. What are you
Right.
talking about?
Yeah, no, great.
Good morning, the Dustin.
Sorry, I haven't had my cafe.
Awesome, dude.
Okay.
And then the fucking Grammy is a little harder for a costumer, right? Because it's an audio medium, but I actually got it because I was sampled a video of mine, a YouTube video where I was cussing at a trombone player on the street, got sampled in a rapper's album, and I was credited as a co-writer on the song, and it won Song of the Year.
I think they did the right thing with that.
What did that sound like again? It was like an auto-tune
There was this
thing.
trombonist.
I love that song.
He was right
I
outside my
love
fucking
that song.
apartment, and he was screaming. He was playing, and I was like, "You fucking loser! You fucking loser! Go take that fucking trumpet and play it where the fucking sun don't shine. You fucking loser!"
Oh,
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for me to ask you a question about any award but that project.
Totally. And you can ask me, that is the least involved I was. That is a video that somebody else made of me that I got credit for because I said, hey, you better fucking credit for me. That's going viral. And then it got me there. So that is a little difficult for me to expand on. I can try as much as possible.
Well, I have a lot of questions about that I
Okay.
will table for now. I'd love to hear from you.
Gotta hear from you.
Of course. Good morning, guys. I am Andrew Beans. I am a composer. I am so grateful to be with you guys here today. Forgive me, I'm not used to being on camera.
you look really sweaty. You're fucking nervous. huh?
Yeah, I'm just losing my mind. Okay, so let's start from the beginning where it all starts.
Wow, I've never seen someone's foot tap so fast.
Oh yeah, it's a sixth note over here. I got my where do I begin here? I got an Oscar for the song I wrote for the Pixar movie Popcorn Meets Chair,
Such a good movie.
where a little piece of
Meets
popcorn
Chair.
falls in love with a chair.
Forbidden love.
Forbidden Love is the song that I wrote for that movie.
I'm sorry. I can't wrap my head around that plot. Why would a piece of popcorn fall in love with a chair?
You've got to see the movie.
It's a
You've gotta
Pixar
see
film.
it.
I mean, those
Yeah.
guys have minds like nobody's business.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Why would an old man miss his wife? That cartoon stuff make things up.
I
That's
cannot
exactly-
keep up with this.
Yeah.
You can.
No, well, buckle up because then I got the Grammy for a song I wrote for a Pixar film, and that was A Basket Who Learns New York.
I love A Basket Who Learns New York.
It's a great little movie. And then I got the Emmy because I wrote the music for a Pixar short that now is on Disney Plus, and we got an Emmy for it, believe it or not. And that was the story of granola.
The story of granola rocked my childhood.
And
It's
you
a
won't
town.
believe it. Yeah, it's a town. It's a town where everybody granola. You got to see this movie. Everybody
gotta see it.
in the town of granola
Wait,
is everyone.
what?
No, everybody's a thimble.
Everybody's a thimble.
These
Well,
guys
how
at
do they
Pixar.
think or talk?
It's a cartoon.
No, but what?
You seen Snow White?
Well, yes, but that's a human woman walking around as a princess. How would a thumbtack have an opinion?
I said thimble.
He said thimble, and these Pixar guys are so creative, okay? And then
That's unbelievable.
it really is. I just show up and I play the ivory tickles. And then I got the Tony for a musical that was adapted off of a Pixar film. I wrote all the music, and it was Airport.
I love Airport. It's such a strong film.
Yeah, it is a retelling of The Music Man through the eyes of the LaGuardia Airport.
Absolutely. An airplane comes to town, and he promises everybody in the airport that he can change everything about him.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to play music and make it jolly, and that's what I owe my whole career
But
to.
it's also somber. I not to, I don't want you to cut yourself down. It's very somber. It has beautiful notes to it.
I appreciate it.
I love it.
Can I ask about the process that you went through when you made that song?
Okay, so I wouldn't know. I went through no process for that. That is not a process I was involved in. I got a call actually right before the song came out. They said, "Just a heads up, you're going to be on the radio a lot." I said, "What the fuck do you mean?" I was laying down in bed. I was thinking about the night I was strung out on hand. And I was thinking about it, and I was nervous. And I said, "Oh, I hope my life is better," because I was on some other fucking show. I hated it. The characters were from New York. It was fucking stupid. It was terrible. I was the assistant wardrobe editor for Friends. And the wardrobe editor is very different than a wardrobe
That is
editor.
You're the person who
Cutting
cuts their clothes.
Yeah, a wardrobe editor is you trim and hem and cut.
But do you cut an outfit, or is it just physical,
No,
like
it's art. It's items from specific outfits.
So you're not re-stitching anything. You're not taking
No.
anything out.
You're kind of
not-
going, let's cut this.
It's usually
You
like,
can make things shorter.
let's get in the wardrobe editor to take this bracelet off. It's stuff like that.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
fucking annoying. It's
Oh,
stuff
that's
like that.
I actually have heard about that. That is a union thing.
It's
the
a union
regular
thing.
wardrobe person cannot remove
Exactly.
an article of clothing. They can
That's
only
the
put it
editor.
on.
Not edit out.
They can only add, they cannot subtract. So they have to have somebody else to subtract. It's fucking bullshit, to be honest. And then I got a call. I said, "Heads up, turn on the radio." And I said, "Okay, what's the deal?" And I heard myself screaming to a beat. And these crazy guys. I
Such
think-
a good club song.
Yeah, they're,
Such a good club
they're,
song.
they're called Deaf Freaks. Deft Freaks.
Deft Freaks.
Deft Freaks.
What was
Which
the
is
process?
so smart of a name.
Deft.
Deft Freaks. They're called Deft Freaks. Okay? and I tried to call them. I don't know who these two guys are, by the way. They wear masks all the time.
You
I don't
never
know-
worked with them.
I never worked with them. I have not met them. They use me all the time. I went to the Emmys. I tried to meet them, and I met them, and then I walked away, and someone said, "You know that isn't them, right?" And they pointed over, and there were two other people in masks. So I think I tried to meet them, but I got the Grammy. And that's okay with me. I had the question about you.
Yeah.
You work for Disney
Yeah.
Pixar. You're part of the big machine. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm curious. You know, there's a lot of mumblings. We're not supposed to talk ill of the mouse. The House of Mouse runs a lot of stuff in this town. A lot of stuff in this town.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's it like working for the House of Mouse?
Oh, House of Mouse is very different, though, I'll say, than Pixar. Pixar is a group of freaks.
Okay.
These guys are freaks. You walk in there, and they're what kind of middle-aged men thinks of a popcorn falling in love with a
Well,
chair?
yeah, that's
right?
what I'm thinking. It has to be a deranged individual who thinks that an inanimate object can talk to a different one.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, the whole office is built that way. Once I was in a meeting, and we had to ask the pen what they thought. And I said, that's a pen. And they said, inanimate objects can talk. And
That's how they
Oh,
write.
they
They
do that
actually
in
hear
real-
it.
So they just they want to give every piece of anything anatomy and autonomy.
Did it talk?
No, it didn't. Of course, we waited in the silence, and I had a cigarette. And and I don't smoke. Okay, I was so
You were
upset
driven
and
to it.
I was so appalled by the fact that we would stop a pitch meeting about.
Are you the kind of person who keeps one in your pocket
I
just in
keep
case?
one no matter what. My wife once got in a fight with her cousin, and I said, I have to pull out my cigarette.
Oh no, what was the fight about?
I don't know, about some kind of turkey. Anyway,
Sounds stressful.
so
Her and her cousin?
her and her cousin got
About some kind of turkey.
about a turkey they were making for Thanksgiving.
I
Don't
can
be like
see-
these Pixar guys.
That
and
makes
think
sense
I'm
that
talking
it's
about an
Thanksgiving.
animal, okay?
I can see the scene. Your wife and her cousin screaming about some sort of turkey. You thinking, time for me to pull out my cigarette.
I said, this reminds me too much of the House of Mouse where stupid shit talks. So it's hard over there. And listen, I'm just a musician. I'm not one of these freaks with a laptop, okay? I don't type weird stuff. And they use countries like it's like a backdrop. They go, what if we did Popcorn Meets Chair, but we did it in Italy? And I go, guys, that doesn't change the music.
It
Okay.
didn't change
I
the
would
music
say
at
it
all.
would. It
Because
didn't
it would be
do.
good.
It didn't influence the
No,
music at
I'm
all.
really against my music being geographical. I think music should be colorful, jolly, and it should bounce.
That's insane because I feel like the history and culture of musical is directly based to geography.
Very smart 24-year-old, the Dustin.
Thank you very much.
When it comes to music, how do you feel? Do you
Yeah.
feel like it's
Oh,
geographical?
guys, stop. Thank you.
Your
Thank
pipes
you
are
so
incredible.
much.
No, I didn't compliment you. I was
Thank
asking
you
you a question.
so much.
I was
You guys
asking you a
stop.
Were
question.
you raised singing?
I was raised singing. I was raised on the stage. I was raised in the booth. I'm kind of you guys probably know this, but I don't know if you guys know this. I was used to be a Broadway child actor. I was Matilda, and then I was the kid who eats cake in Matilda.
Yeah,
and
Bruce
then,
Bogtrotter.
yes, that's exactly who I was.
Fucking love Matilda. I read it to my kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
you
great.
know.
That's incredible.
So after that though, when we switched to Broadway, I just jumped into the booth and got going. Basically I got famous on a dead app called Vine for my pipes. And one thing led to another and we ran away with Girl, You Got Them Booty in Those Jeans.
It's a great
my first
song.
hit. Second hit was I was like, baby, what? You're cool. So those both went huge for me. What was the question?
The question was, do you feel like music is geographical?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, I'm
yeah.
asking.
Again,
so
not a
curious.
Just a
compliment.
question.
For
This
me,
is what I get for being curious about a fucking Gen Z.
This is it. They thank you, and then they'll ask if they hurt you.
Yeah.
okay. Did I hurt you? Sorry. Did I
Oh
say
my
something
God.
that hurt
Oh,
you?
God, answer the question.
This is a
Okay.
fucking question. Twinkle
Thank you.
toes.
So I think it's geographical when you listen to the play. I mean, it's kind of undeniably geographical. You think of a reggaeton, that's from a certain area of the world, a geography of the world. You think of different French music, that's from France. And they made that music because of the
What
mountains.
part of the world is the Dustin from? What that album you were speaking of?
The Dustin comes from the Great Plains of Plano, Texas.
No way.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Very wealthy neighborhood, Plano, Texas. Very wealthy city.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
a lot
Yeah,
of money
thank you.
there.
Yeah, I definitely came from wealth, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know, a lot of people will try to reject you from that, but that's fine for me. You know, so and I think my music was definitely influenced from the plains of Plano. You can kind of hear it in my
That's
songs.
incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, I'm dying to hear about just your performance at the Tonys when I saw you sing that song live.
Oh, yeah, and you forgot the words.
It was iconic.
Yes, well, I'm told that it's made a big splash online, that it's been a big comeback for
Yeah.
that performance
Yeah.
because in the 90s you would just sing something and you sung it on TV or you went on who was a talk show at the time Carson.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
in
that
the
was
90s?
earlier. Maybe that was earlier.
At 93, at the 93, Carson was
It's
on.
been so okay. Well, thank you so much.
I think
Well,
Salt
then
and
it must
Pepper
have been
had a
that.
talk show.
It was a who?
Salt and Pepper
Salt
in the
and Pepper
90s.
Rider, yeah.
So, well, I've done so many of them I can't keep track. But
Sally, Jesse, Raphael.
oh yeah, probably.
All right, just
Probably
get to
somewhere
it.
in there. Listen, okay, so my point is, you go on a talk show, you do an interview, or you
Yeah.
perform on a national stage of some kind, and then that's it. It lives on the TV. Nobody ever sees it again. It just exists there, and then it's gone. So you can do whatever you want. You can take a call in the middle of your interview. You can go to the bathroom. You can get up, play a game, come back. You can swear all you want. And nobody ever hears about it again. But now, because of the internet, if you do something on television, people remember it.
Yeah.
And people put it somewhere else, and then all of a sudden, kids are lip syncing to me, forgetting the words to "Starfish of My Heaven,"
Yeah.
and saying things like, they're lip syncing this one part where I went, "Where's the cue card? I need a cue card.
Yeah.
Who's a cue card lady? Give me the cue card." And it's like people do it to like analogous situations in their life where they're confused by something. I'm told it's a big hit.
Will you
My-
address the rumors that you had 7 bottles of champagne before that performance?
Oh, absolutely, I did.
You did.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it was a different time, and they had alcohol available more freely. It was there wasn't such a stigma around being drunk as hell. You could do that more often. Now people are very sensitive.
I
They
do
say,
miss those days.
Yeah, they say you can't
Huge
be.
stigma.
It's 9 a.m. You're here at your call time. You can't be drunk as shit performing this scene. And I don't know if that's the way we should be going as a society.
Yeah, and that. I mean, back when I first started, it was like, I'm wasted, so what? It was like, I'm
Yeah.
wasted, you
Yes,
have brown
exactly.
hair. You know what I mean? Like, well, these are all facts. It
Yeah.
doesn't fucking matter.
And it was a
doesn't change.
signal that you were so comfortable in your position, in your character, in your role, that you could do it on any substance.
No, for sure. You can't go to the bank drunk as fuck anymore.
No.
No, they don't like it.
They don't like
I
it.
have to tell you, my son is a drag queen, and
Oh, really?
your performance. He does in his character, in his persona. He lip syncs your entire song. And
He
he's so
does?
incredible. Yeah, I saw him the other day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In the Lower East Side, New York, there's a drag bar called Bussy, and I went there and I watched my son perform, and he
Now,
was
what is that
incredible.
word? Bussy?
It's boy pussy, I think.
Oh.
boy
And he
pussy.
performed, like a butthole, and he
Oh, well, I like
performed,
that. That's
yeah,
fun.
and he was amazing, and he brought the house out. Everyone loved it, and he wanted me to thank you for it.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely.
I'm so flattered.
That's so
absolutely.
funny because I saw a drag performer do your part of that song you're so famous
No
for.
way. The fucking loser.
They did the
That
whole
song?
video?
No, the don't
They did
play
my
your
sample.
trumpet. Yeah, your sample. Yeah. I saw a
Who
drag
did that?
performer do that. I don't remember. I think it was at a bar in WeHo in LA. I go
Cool.
sometimes because my wife likes she thinks these drag queens are really singing. And I
Drag
keep
queens are
telling-
incredible. My son.
I know, but I keep telling her the art of it is lip sync.
Listen, you
And
gotta
my
break it to
frickin'
her.
wife. No, I mean I've tried to tell her so many times, and she goes, "Honey, when that drag queen sings 'All I Want for Christmas Is You' by Mariah Carey, she sounds just like Mariah." And I go, "Honey, she's lip singing."
Yikes. She's
Yeah,
got to fucking
try to
learn.
try to explain that. But anyway, I saw a performer do your part of that sample.
Amazing. That's fucking awesome. I mean, I'm honored. I'm an honorary drag dad. You know, I love my son, his persona. She's incredible. I love it all.
What's
What's his name?
Well, his name is Tim.
Well, yeah. What's her name? The persona.
Her name is Sassy Bitch Deluxe.
That is a great name.
Yeah.
That
really good.
is great.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Or is that a tag?
could
or
be something.
catchphrase?
Which part
He
of it are you
changes
confused
it all the
about?
time. He
Yeah.
changes
Oh,
it
he
all the
does?
time. I don't know if he uses bitch. It might be another name.
Oh.
I don't know, but he uses it. He changes it all the time because he's coming up. He's trying to get on Drag Race. I help him film the tapes, and I help him with the costumes too.
Yeah.
because that's what I can do. I mean, he comes from a costume background. He comes from me. You know, I do wardrobe edits on him all the time.
You know, I actually, drag queens are, it's funny that you bring that up, they are quite enamored with me. And
You've got a following.
there was one time I was not let's say kidnapped, but let's say brought into the back room, and there were 7 of these wonderful, beautiful drag queens, and they were all out there with notepads, and they would say, just talk. And they would write down every single thing I said. And I think I'm in some kind of show now where they all imitate me in some way, and I think it's interesting. I think it's a compliment.
Well, I would say, and I know this because my son, I think you're kind of what people say in their industry. You're like a gay man's old woman. You know what I mean? Where you've
Yeah.
become this legend status. You're the Jennifer Coolidge, you're the Laura Dern, you're the Rosemary Clooney, you're the old types.
Yeah.
You've become the type of woman that gay men obsess over.
And it's fascinating because I don't understand. I don't understand what it is. I think they seem to latch on to the way I talk to staff members and the way that I take glasses from restaurants.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this: the second you understand why they like you, they're not going to like you anymore.
Yeah.
You cannot know.
That's so true.
Don't lean in. Don't lean in.
Oh, no, I shouldn't have known.
It'll ruin
The
it once
second
you lean in.
figure it out, you're
You know,
done.
this makes sense. I've had a drop off in interest ever since they convinced me to make that TikTok where I was holding a glass of champagne and walking out of the Chateau Marmont. I have not been getting calls. Drag queens have not been talking about me as much. So that
You
does
have to
check out.
Completely not own it.
You're the gorilla in the cage. You can't look at the glass. That's the thing. The second you look at the glass, we don't like you. You gotta be fucking careful, okay?
Well, this is good to know.
But they're playing you in Vegas. I walked down the street the other day and there was a Sarah McDonald impersonator in Vegas. She asked me to take a photo. It was going to be $55.
Oh my goodness.
$55.
Absolutely.
And she asked you to take a photo?
Yeah, she said, you want to take a photo with me?
I got it.
Yeah, she didn't ask me to take a photo of her.
Sorry, I was a little confused.
Oh,
Okay,
thanks,
the Dustin. I want to talk about you singing all the time because here I'm a musician and I rarely will be playing music in conversation,
Yeah, thank you.
referring to melodies
Totally.
in conversation. And I'm curious, like, is that a learned thing? Is that a new thing? Or have you done that all the time where you sing what you wanted to say?
And thank you so much. It's definitely a thing that I picked up when I was a couple years ago. We were just in the booth so many times, just recording, that I thought, to ideate new ideas.
That's
because
incredible.
I have to keep on singing. And yeah, I don't write any of my songs, but I'm hoping to one day. And I think just by singing a couple tunes and trying things out, you can find good lyrics. Like already from this conversation, I feel like I've picked up a lot of great lyrics that might go into a future song of mine.
Let's hear them.
One is that I love is, you're a gay man's old woman. I think that would be really
And
fun.
you think that that's okay for you to sing?
Yeah, that's his words.
Well, yeah, we're Gen Z. We have no rules.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like kind of like this weird things where millennials are not allowed to say things, but Gen Z, if we do it on TikTok, it's usually fine. People don't really get mad at that.
That's
it.
going to change.
And
It's going to change fast,
I'm
buddy.
interested to know people's philosophy on this. There could be an argument made for we've gotten all the awards. What's to stop us from just kicking back on our patooties and enjoying a mimosa on the beach somewhere? Why do we keep doing this?
That's a
Why
great
do we want to work?
question.
What drives you?
Well, for me, I think it's my age. You know, I'm not done exploring the art. I'm not done exploring the universe. Yes, I have an Emmy. Yes, thank you. Yes, I have a
it's
Grammy.
That wasn't a compliment. That was a sneeze.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, I have an Oscar, and yes, I have a Tony. But my work isn't done. There's still so many kids and so many people that need to be touched by the Dustin, and I can't wait to touch them.
I don't
you know?
like something about that. I don't
I'm
like.
actually really interested. I guess for me, it's like when you hear EGOT winners, you usually think really exciting. You know, like really fun, really crazy people. But you guys are kind of like laid back and mundane a little bit.
Mundane. My fucking
Mundane?
guy. You want to tell me I'm mundane?
I mean, mundane is a really good word now. So.
I was in the basement of the TAM smoking cocaine.
Tam O'Shanters?
No, the TAM on Boylston Street in Boston, Massachusetts, you fucking loser.
Sorry, I don't know Boston.
I do. I know it like the back of my fucking dick.
Tame?
Okay?
Here we go.
I was in the Caribbean on a Pixar retreat to do research, and
That sounds
an
very
anchor-
mundane.
An anchor hit my head so hard that I sang a high C.
That is incredible. These are the stories I
Mundane?
want. These are the
Mundane?
trials that I think EGOT winners have got to talk about.
Mundane? I dangled myself from the top of the Empire State Building in a sex swing, drinking dirty martinis. And they didn't stop talking about that for years.
My
Let's
God.
talk about
mundane.
that. What is that story?
No, I want to talk about why we're all so tired.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
like to too.
exhausted.
I am exhausted.
I think it's because I don't get enough sleep.
You know, my doctor was just saying that about me. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's because we don't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you guys getting 6 hours?
My
8 hours?
circadian rhythms are off, I've been told.
I want to hear the sex stories. I want to hear the crazy drug binges. I want to hear what made you EGOT winners. There's only 15 plus 4 of us, okay?
Listen to me, fucking boy. All right?
Hey, thank you.
Shut up. Shut up for a fucking second. Stop thinking empty things. Listen to me, you fucking boy,
You
okay?
sound like Pixar.
Jesus Christ. Listen. The fucking hard work is why we have the awards. We don't have the crazy times are the reasons we probably shouldn't have gotten those awards, you fucking loser. You got to put those words into action. Okay, you got to do fucking things. You got to do the paperwork. You can't get a job without filling out a 1099. Okay? You can't build a costume without sewing together 2 pieces of cloth.
There you go.
Well, why don't you listen to me, good sir? Why don't you sit on down on your butt
I
and
will
listen
not.
to me right now?
Listen, sometimes the crazy times are the times we aren't thankful for, okay? Listen, once I was in France for a Pixar research retreat, and I was so drunk off my mind, I poured my whiskey into my fettuccine Alfredo. I ate that whiskey
That
fettuccine
sounds
Alfredo,
insanely
and I
fun.
got sick for years.
It never went away.
Keep going.
No, I'm not thankful for the times I went crazy, all right?
Oh, yeah? Anybody else want to try to put me in my place before I go ham on your asses?
No, because I think that's what you want. And so I'm not going to give it to you.
That's so good. Do you guys nap?
I do.
Do you guys know what makes a good viral video now? Do you guys know what makes a good, interesting thing? It's not talking about who was the late night hosts of the 90s. It's these stories.
You think I don't know viral? You think I don't know viral? I got a Grammy for going viral, you fucking loser. You
Yes.
fucking piece of
Lean
shit.
in, Pop.
You fucking piece
Lean
of
in,
fucking
Poppy.
shit.
Yes, I love this, and thank you. Thank you. I want to hear these dirty stories. I want to hear the fun. I don't want to hear about you where you sleep at night and how you go eat.
What do you fucking do, you little fucking robot for the
I
industry?
sit in a booth. I sit in a booth all day and record. And when I'm not doing that, my mom takes me to Broadway.
You have been flat this entire fucking time.
Auto-tune is a good thing.
Sarah, go. Go, Sarah, go.
Yes. Lay on me, mama.
computers,
Lay on me,
The
mama.
computers, you think that you could just do a little run all the time in everyday language? If you're going to do a run, you better hit the fucking note, kid.
Like how?
Like this.
Oh.
God, that was beautiful.
Holy shit. It's like she had 2 strokes before it.
I think they were hairballs. That was my theory.
Yeah, I don't know.
You okay, Sarah?
I haven't actually tried in a while to actually do that, so I don't know what came out of me. I black out every time I sing.
That
mean,
was great.
And I think that's how you succeed. You just have to disconnect a little
That's
bit.
all
Yeah.
I'm saying. We're EGOT winners. This shouldn't feel like a 12 a.m. at Denny's, okay?
Listen to me. We had the exciting moments, you little fucking prick. We did them. We had them.
I
We get
had
to sit-
whiskey in my pasta.
Exactly. We get to rest on our laurels here. Okay? Just because you didn't have exciting moments in your life because you were engineered in a laboratory for entertainment doesn't mean that we haven't had them. And doesn't mean that we have to sit and fucking rip our veins open to show you we have. All
Yeah.
right? I'm not a Gen Z puppet, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not. So you
Wait.
gotta chill the fuck out.
I just realized why you look so familiar to me. Are you Brad Paisley's son?
Yes, I am Brad Paisley's son.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
God.
No, that's good. I love Brad Paisley. He's a
Your
great
father?
singer.
He's your father.
He's a great singer.
You're a fan
And
of your
he's
father?
My dad. He's my dad.
Listen, I know you, the Dustin, you're never going to stop. But let's talk. Have you guys ever wanted to stop? Have you ever just wanted to take summer off? I know, Dustin, you're not engineered for that.
No.
And
I
I
got
feel bad
years
because
ahead of
you'll
me.
work till the day you're dead.
Yeah, well, I haven't been as consistently working ever since I achieved EGOT. I found it was much more fun to walk around restaurants and just start talking. I found that it wasn't as, it's not as demanding. There's no one saying you have to be here at a certain time. And so for the past 30 or so years, I've just sort of done sort of bit niche cameos in different shows where they trot somebody out, kind of like at the end of Mamma Mia 2 where Cher comes in for no reason.
Yeah.
Iconic.
That's kind of been my bread and butter for a long time. Anytime I go, oh, well, the cash well is running out a little bit, the investments are going a little wonky, then I hop on a TV show for 3 to 5 lines.
Yeah, I saw you on. You were on Pretty Little Liars recently, the reboot, and you came in at the end, and someone said, "Did somebody say mystery?" And you were dressed as
Yes.
a big question mark.
Yes, I was dressed as a big question mark because
What a
I
crazy
played...
reboot move.
Well, I
Pretty
heard,
Little Liars, a pretty grounded, dramatic show for you to come out dressed up as a giant
I mean,
question
it
mark.
broke
from-
the internet.
From what I understand,
broke it.
Tim Burton took over one episode of Pretty Little Liars because the director was sick. And they were all friends, and so it got a little funky.
You should see when my son has his drag friends over at the house. Every single person that enters, they walk in saying, "Did somebody say mystery?" They all fucking do it.
You're a viral queen.
I am swatting gay men away like flies. I cannot.
and keep swatting, because if you stop swatting, they'll go away on their own.
The second you join, you're done. Now, can I ask you a question? What can you address the rumors that you're on the new season of Just Like That? And yeah.
Yes, I can address the root of and just like that. I do come in as Samantha's twin sister.
Wow.
Because they're still working on getting Kim, and she won't do it. She absolutely will not do it. So they're having me come in as her identical twin. I am probably 30 years her senior, but they're ignoring that. I think that's part of it. But yes, I do come in and I say, "Who left all the sex on the floor?" And no spoilers. But let's just say we find out pretty quickly who left all the sex on the floor.
Fucking
Oh, somebody did
Miranda.
leave it. It's not a turn of phrase.
It was
an actual-
Charlotte.
It's
No,
actual
it's
thing.
Miranda. It's
It's
absolutely.
Charlotte.
Well,
Miranda's
that's
going
how
through
I
something on
said
that.
the line, and then they had to write it in so that what I said makes sense.
I hope you got a scene with Che.
I hope so too. Who is that?
Che Diaz?
Yes.
All right. What about you, my guy?
What?
Are you working? Are you done? Do you want to do
Oh
more?
yeah, I'm on some fucking movie right now shooting in Boston. It's called Back in My Neighborhood. This Isn't How We Do It.
Yo's Boston movies are crazy.
Well, look, I know all the outfits. I know where to buy the flannels. I know where to buy the Red Sox hats. I know where to buy the Carhartt shirts, and I know where to buy the Timberland boots.
And that's a great job, probably a great job for assistant wardrobe editors to come in because a lot of what they're doing is taking away, other pieces of clothing.
Totally. I'm not editing on this one. This is I'm main wardrobe
Solo?
on this one.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
not
putting
yeah.
on clothes.
We don't have the budget for an editor. I've started doing indie films because I feel like it's fun to give back a little bit.
Yeah.
I like to work on movies that are a little more bare bones because I've done the big stuff. I did the crazy stuff. I've gone to all of that. So I like to try to help wherever I can, you know. And it's been fun, working in Boston is a little difficult. Sometimes people get a little ornery. People get a little fiery, but you figure it out. You talk. It's a different conversation than if I was in Hollywood,
Yeah.
So it's nice, though. It's nice. I mean, I look.
What's the indie film you're working on?
It was the one back where I'm from.
Oh, that's indie.
Yeah. That's an indie film. And then, I have a couple other indie films in development that I'm consulting on for younger wardrobe assistants and younger wardrobe costumers. Yeah. There's one called Meet Me at Fenway Park and Don't Get It Wrong.
Oh my God, these movies.
There's another one called The Name of the Father and the Son and the Freedom Trail.
I can't wait to figure out what that one's about.
That one's really
Do
crazy.
you have another one?
Yeah, there's one.
Name two more.
It's on the grave of Sam Adams. I fucking sit on my ass. And then there's another one that I fucking love, and I'm really excited about this one. This one, actually, the great Patricia Clarkson is flying in to play a housewife in an amazing movie. It's called I'll See You on the Charles River, You Fucking Piece of Shit.
That one sounds
like the
of
best
fun.
one.
Are you doing more Pixar movies?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to stop working, not by choice. I like to take breaks. But my wife just bought Burbank.
The city.
The city. She bought the city, so I'm going to be working till the day.
What does your wife do? Because you had kind of implied that she was an idiot earlier.
Yeah, the woman doesn't get how to buy land. And I don't know what realtor she worked with.
Honestly, if she bought
It
the
seems
entire
like she
city of
really
Burbank, sounds like she
understands
really gets it.
in a way that most people don't.
No, this woman doesn't know that drag queens aren't singing, okay? This woman bought Burbank, and she thinks we can just go from restaurant to restaurant because she loves these restaurants. And I went, no, honey, that means we are in debt, and I will never get to stop writing and composing. But you know what? It comes easy to me, and I'm excited to do it. I'm working on a new Pixar film. It's called Sticker Mania, and it's the life and death of stickers.
Oh, the death.
The life and death of stickers.
I always talk about this. I'm glad they're shedding light because the internet killed stickers. It's fucking awful. It's awful to see. I hate it. It's very upsetting.
But it's incredible the way Pixar will write for multiple generations. They're writing to the parents who are bringing the kids about the stickers they grew up on, and then they're writing to the kids about the fact that these stickers are gone, and now it's being replaced by the big bad wolf, the GIF.
I guess there's one generation they're not writing for. This is probably the only
Not
one.
her.
I'm so angry right now. I'm furious. The idea that a sticker would have a pulse or heartbeat, grinds my gears.
It's fun, I guess.
Where's that one based?
They're doing that in Germany.
Oh, fun. That feels very appropriate for
So you're writing
stickers.
like German music for it or something?
No, I don't believe music has a nationality. Maybe that's problematic.
I don't know.
I just think it should all be staccato, bouncy, and high pitch.
What are you doing, Dustin?
Oh, thank you. Thanks for...
Ugh,
Just say
God.
it and get it over
Just
with.
say you're dying.
I'm being polite.
So the big...
Just say you're dying,
So
please.
the big news is I am dying.
What?
Yeah.
Of what?
Dying of this fucking conversation. Y'all are boring. You
Okay,
guys are
okay,
boring.
okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
be at Tenets of the Trees later tonight. So
Performing?
performing.
I'll be at Bob's
I'm
Big Boys
actually gonna
if
be
anybody wants
DJing
a
at Tenets
burger.
of the Trees because life is a dream, life is a movie, and I plan to live on it. So if you're looking for something, I'm starting a little residency at Tenets. The first week of the month, I perform and I play all the hits that I love. We do your song a lot.
Oh, God.
We do your song a lot. It gets booties on the floor. And sometimes I'll throw in a remix of mine, and people love it.
You
People
put
love
us together?
it. Yeah.
Keep us separate, please. Don't mix our voices.
You got to hear it, though. It works. Because sometimes what I'll do is I'll use that same beat, and I've made a couple freestyle tracks off of it. So it kind of goes like your soundbite, like, shut the fuck up. And I go, rolling in with the homie. Yeah, bet, rolling in with a good time.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
bet,
wait.
Listen to me.
Bet.
He's going to get pissed.
Never fucking sing over me ever again.
You got a big girl, and I like 'em, girl.
You ever feel like you don't want to get mad again because you might go viral saying what you might say? Like if you rip the Dustin apart right now, that might be a sample.
Rolling with hundies, rolling with thousands, rolling with K's, rolling with girls, rolling with guys.
You
rolling with-
fucking piece of fucking shit! Fuck you, you fucking loser! Go to fucking hell, you fucking piece of shit!
Refrigerator.
Fuck me.
Refrigerator! This has been Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist. Answering the question, now that's why we call it showbiz. Good night, Hollywood.
Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is an improvised Hollywood Roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Culhane, Angelo Giarratana, and Patrick McDonald. AOA is a Sugar 23 podcast. Mike Mayer and Michael Sugar executive producers, Liam Billingham producer. Production support by Angelo, Restaino, and Anthony Defranchesco. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. That's all for now. Good night, Hollywood.